How mindfulness reduces company profits. Today we examine how this once celebrated practice actually undermines corporate profits. We've seen a direct correlation between mindfulness and long-term worker dissatisfaction, resulting in things like quiet quitting, PTO being used, and employees taking mental health days, all things that reduce corporate profitability. To understand why mindfulness can be so harmful, we take a look at the holistic effects of the practice in both the short and long terms. Short term. The short-term effects of mindfulness was initially used as proof that the practice worked in organizations. In fact, there were quite a few benefits that were initially noted, such as higher efficiency. Employees that practice mindfulness for 10 minutes a day showed approximately a 20% efficiency improvement. Better focus. Employees also self-reported that they were better able to focus on getting their tasks completed. Better communication. Taking those few extra moments to think before responding to an email or question led to a lot fewer misunderstandings and miscommunications. Fewer mistakes. Finally, we found that a lot fewer mistakes were made, especially when it came to reporting, documentation, coding, and auditing. Now, while the immediate effects of these were great for the short term, over the long term, a more disturbing pattern started to emerge. Long term. Selfishness. What we've seen in the long term is a pattern of selfishness. Being more mindful had the negative effect of making employees more prone to things like taking a break, trying to have a better work-life balance, getting home in time to have dinner with their kids, taking all their PTO, going to the doctor, or even therapy. All things that can take away from company profits and may even cause other harmful effects, like an increase in the premiums organizations pay to accommodate these additional needs. Less fulfillment. We also saw that along with better communication came less misunderstandings, which led to less drama in the workplace. And despite what many employees say, drama has been shown to actually increase engagement in an organization. What we found was that drama in the workplace, driven by miscommunication, created a sense of cohesion amongst employees, regardless of whose side they took. This kept them coming back into the office, staying late to get drinks, gossiping about coworkers, and eventually talking about how they could change and improve things in the organization. But all of these actions can be traced back to the initial miscommunication. Next, we have the expectation of compensation to match effort. Giving employees time to think gives them time to reassess their value in an organization. There's not much more that needs to be said on this. If they think they are worth more, they will have an expectation from the organization to pay them what they are actually worth. Self-actualization. Potentially the worst thing that can happen to an employee. Becoming self-actualized usually leads to employees leaving the organization to pursue their lifelong dreams and their own goals. This is a major problem because self-actualization usually only happens to the top skilled employees, leading to the organization having to backfill the role with 4 or 5 people just to get that same level of productivity. So the question becomes, if we should not be promoting mindfulness, what should we be promoting instead? I'd like to introduce manager-approved inspirational moments. These are moments that are management guided. These moments encourage employees to still take moments to reflect, but what they are reflecting on is how their work has impacted the company and on whether or not they did in fact give their best. So you reframe questions like, how am I feeling, to how is the way I'm feeling impacting the company and its ability to ensure its profitability over time. By introducing these types of concepts, you allow the employee to think beyond themselves and think about the organization, reminding them that their paycheck depends on their ability to keep the company profitable. Look, the damage caused by mindfulness cannot be undone, but what we can do is control the narrative, ensuring that future companies' profits are well within hand. Thank you.